Yeah. So good morning, everyone. This is Ankita Rajput, and today it's our last lecture, lecture 12 of solid state physics. Okay, so we we have almost covered each and every topic of solid state physics. Okay, based on both the syllabus, NET and GATE examination, right? So in this lecture, today's lecture, we will discuss few important points about ferromagnetic and anti-ferromagnetic material, which are important. We will discuss few graphs, and then we will discuss about little bit about the equilibrium separation between the atoms in a crystal, and about defects and vacancies in the crystal, and some solved problems. So yeah, so in last lecture, as you all know, we have discussed about the ferromagnetic material, right? We discussed about the ferromagnetic material, and so little bit more about this because it's important. So you all know that in ferromagnetic material, what was the condition? That in the absence of magnetic field, okay, in the absence of this magnetic field also, there is some magnetization, okay, because you can see okay, yeah, right. So you can see like this at this position, you can see initially your the you know the domains, okay, domains are the small regions in which there is some magnetic moment, okay, and overall when we sum up these individual magnetic moments, we will have some spontaneous magnetization, and this magnetization is called spontaneous magnetization because it is present in your material, ferromagnetic material, in the absence of magnetic field, right? So this is a very interesting property that is known as hysteresis loop or hysteresis curve, and it's for ferromagnetic material. So it's a very interesting and useful behavior of this ferromagnetic material, and because this graph is important, that's why I'm telling you the theory behind it, okay, because otherwise it these kinds of concepts are useful in interviews, okay. So I'm telling you due to this graph. So what is a hysteresis? You know that if you are applying some magnetic field, okay, on your ferromagnetic material, so it will be magnetized, right? Means all these all these small and individuals magnetic field will direct in the direction of applied magnetic field, right? But what will be the case if you just switched off this magnetic field, right? Like you can say initially this is your value H, okay, you have applied some value of magnetic field, so the condition will be like this, okay, you will have some magnetization, spontaneous magnetization in your material. But if you will switch off this magnetic field, so what should be the ideal condition? The ideal condition will be that the magnetization will be zero, or it should reach to its initial value like this. The pattern it's following when we are increasing the magnetic field, it should also follow the same pattern once we are reducing the magnetic field, right? But it's not the case. It's not the case because why the pen is not working? 1 second.